A Florida man stole a Cybertruck during a test drive and then returned to the dealership to get his belongings. Florida ranks among the best states to survive an alien invasion. A Florida woman faces a felony for bubblegum vandalism on a Tesla, and a Florida man is arrested over a violence around a lemonade stand. These are the weird stories on Friday, and they're all from the state of Florida because on Friday I only do weird news from Florida. It's It's Florida Friday on Weird AF News. A Florida thief returns to the dealership to get his belongings after he stole a Cybertruck. This story's out of Tampa, Florida. A Tampa, Florida man who was accused of stealing a Tesla Cybertruck while taking it on a test drive from a dealership was arrested when the police say he returned to the dealership to get his belongings after the vehicle was found through geolocation tracking. There's a lot there to wrap your head around. I think what we're learning is that the heat really does something to Florida man's brain cells. Can you imagine the gall? The gall. I don't know what that means, but people say it. The gall. You stole a car from a dealership, and then you go back to get your. I forgot my jacket. Could you? you think that's okay? According to the criminal affidavit, Florida man Dexter Smithen. He went to a Tesla dealership and met with a salesperson and chose to test drive a Cybertruck Cyber Beast. Ooh, it's called the Cyber Beast. Is that a type of Cybertruck? I'm not really familiar with the models of Cybertruck because I'm not a douchebag. I've never also drove a Cybertruck or even been in a Cybertruck because I'm not an annoying person. Also, I'm very broke. I'm a broke person, so... Don't they check your credit before you drive like a fancy car? I'm not sure. They want to see how much gold you're wearing. They want to know. To drive a Tesla Cybertruck, I think you have to show them your Bitcoin. Anyways, Dexter, the Florida man, star of the story, signed an agreement at the dealership to test drive the Tesla Cybertruck for no longer than 30 minutes. Well, I signed an agreement? Is that how you test drive one of these? Here's my agreement to test drive. He agreed to drive it for no longer than 30 minutes. My guess is he drove it for a lot longer than 30 minutes, probably several days. And then the deal was to return it to the dealership, but he never returned, according to the report. Wow, strange. You let a Florida man test drive a vehicle and you don't send an associate along with him, and he never comes back with the vehicle? Wow, who would have thought? Imagine dealerships in Florida allowing Florida men to test drive cars and you don't go with them. Here's the keys, Florida man. Yeah. No, just bring it back. We trust you. I mean, well, all I'm saying is you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. I do not feel bad for this Tesla dealership for many reasons, pretty much because it's a Tesla dealership, and right now they're not really in favor in the culture. But also, when you give the Florida man the keys and just let him on his own cognizance, I mean, what do you expect to happen? Now, the arrest affidavit goes on to state that the salesperson called the phone number Dexter listed on the test drive agreement, but it was disconnected. What a surprise. Then the salesperson emailed Dexter and demanded the return of the truck. Wow, how desperate. An email. Let me see. Dexter, Florida man, idiot at AOL. Okay. Hey, man, can you bring back our truck, please? If you don't bring back our truck, we're going to DM you on Instagram next. The salesperson told the police they saw Dexter driving the Cybertruck. They actually saw him out in the... He drives it around. Imagine, he's stolen it, right? And instead of skipping town, he's driving it around the same neighborhood that the dealership is in. They saw him park it at a Home Depot and go inside the store. After getting cell phone video of Dexter walking through the parking lot, the report states the salesperson recovered the Cybertruck and the incident was reported. All right, levels of stupidity to unravel here. He steals the Cybertruck, and then instead of skipping town, he runs errands in the same vicinity, in the same zip code that he stole it in. The Florida man eventually is spotted at a Home Depot, where he probably went to attempt to buy a child off someone in the parking lot. Okay, turns out a week later, Dexter went back to the dealership to get his belongings that he left behind in the Cybertruck that he had stolen. By belongings, I assume you mean, I don't know, drug paraphernalia, some Viagra, maybe some baby gators. Naturally, while at the dealership, the police were summoned and they searched Dexter. The deputy said he found 5 credit cards / bank cards in the name of 5 different people on Dexter. This guy, he's so bold, though. Can you imagine? You're committing all sorts of felonies around the town, and then you return to get what, your Air Jordans that you left in the back of the truck? His vape pen? What is he? What are you doing, man? I mean, the confidence of a Florida man, it's just is mind-boggling. He'll probably get a pardon, though, because he's a big fan of Tesla and Elon. So they have extra rights right now if you're a Tesla owner or a fan of Tesla. I'm probably going to get canceled for just doing an anti-Tesla story. And I'm going to do another one later in the show. So, Florida ranks as one of the best states to survive an alien invasion. Florida is no stranger to strange individuals, strange places, but extraterrestrials? It might sound out of this world, but that's what calculator website Giga Calculator tackled in its latest ranking of the states most likely to survive an alien invasion. I've never heard of this website before. Sounds like they're using mathematics to theorize certain scenarios, such as an alien invasion. I'm curious to see where they got their numbers. Let's dive into this one. The Pentagon apparently received over 1,650 reports of UFOs. That was in 2024. And with this in mind, researchers at Giga Calculator have revealed the states most likely to survive an alien invasion. Okay, so they're using that number. Those are just UFO sightings, right? Those aren't invasions. I assume those aren't invasions. I mean, wouldn't you need to sort of test a real on-the-ground invasion to see which states would survive the invasion? All right. Anyways, we're going to use our imagination here, it sounds like, guys. Good thing I got a head full of caffeine. The ranking looks at factors like forestry, bodies of water, and the share of figures who might be useful in the case of an extraterrestrial attack, such as scientists and military forces. All right, so that's how they're calculating how a state would rank in surviving an alien invasion. Bodies of water, so like landscapes and the people that live there. While Virginia took the top spot on the list, Florida was actually near the top 5, coming in strong at number 6. I wonder why they think Florida would survive an alien attack. Probably because the aliens aren't even going to land there. There is no sign of intelligent life anywhere over there. Aliens want to spend time in Florida? I don't think so. Although one could make the argument that Florida already seems like an alien landscape. No, Jonesy, those are tweakers. Oh, my bad. They're very similar. Florida ranked among the most likely to survive an alien invasion, placing 6th, scoring 7.55 out of 10. Florida has had 3.66 UFO sightings per 10,000 people, averaging 4.42 minutes. Far from being a UFO hotspot compared to such places as Vermont, the state with the most extraterrestrial visits at 9.51 per 10K people. So Vermont has the most. 9.51 visits per 10K people. I love how they call it extraterrestrial visits. But that's a huge assumption there. I mean, you're assuming that these are, first of all, extraterrestrials, like they're actually beings from another place. We don't know that. A lot of the times we're just seeing shapes in the sky, lights in the sky. I mean, it's a big leap to go from there to these are beings in a craft traveling here. In other words, like, this is not a study you can hang your hat on here. This is a little ridiculous, but I mean, it's a fun imagination exercise. It says when it comes to hiding spots for the aliens, Florida boasts 0.19% area covered by water, 0.51% by forest, and there's 12 caves. There's 12 caves in Florida. Is that a lot of caves? It doesn't seem like a lot of caves. I remember coming across caves as a child in New England. We have some caves. We got more than 12 caves. 12 caves apparently is a lot. Anyways, so funny. And as if aliens are going to hide in caves. What are you talking about? These things can just disappear if they feel like it, whatever they are. They can move at a speed that defies physics. They can basically disappear and appear, instantaneously without even having to traverse physical space. They seem to not operate via the laws of space and time. They're doing their own thing. They can do whatever they want. So the idea that they would hide in caves is hilarious. It says, for protection, there are baby, you just ain't seen nothing yet. For protection, there are 2 law enforcement professionals per 1K people. So, oh, good. So, police officers that can arrest the aliens. Wow, that makes me feel better. Arrest the alien. Hey, can we cite any instances of alien arrests in the past? I'd love to hear that evidence. So far, that hasn't happened. So, what are law enforcement professionals going to do? They got 2 law enforcement professionals for every 1,000 people, which is surprising in Florida. 2 scientists and 27 healthcare professionals, all offering hope for survival of the alien invasion. Oh, I just love that these are the factors that they're using. Nowhere did I read how many Terminators did we have in Florida per 1,000 people. That's helpful. Or even like laser beams. Do we have laser beams? I mean, we need something very powerful if we're going to fight off an alien invasion. I don't think, mall security guards are going to be able to step up and put up quite a fight. That's just my opinion. I mean, the only way that I think Florida would be at the forefront of battling an alien invasion if for some reason the aliens were completely afraid of strippers. Then Florida's coming through, right? There's probably a stripper for every 4 people in Florida. And I think the other barrier to fighting off aliens when they arrive in Florida is that everyone's so high that I don't even know if they would recognize an alien invasion if it hit them with an anal probe. Okay, now I'm going to just get into the list that they provided. It's kind of ridiculous. This is the top 10 states that you will most likely survive an alien invasion. How about I'll give you the top 10 states, and then I'll give you the number of caves in each state, because I think it's so funny. Okay, Virginia, number 1, 29 caves. Alabama, number 2, 35 caves. Ooh. Massachusetts, my home state, number 3. Wow, surprisingly, it says 0 caves? Yeah, I don't know about that. I hung out in some caves when I was growing up. We have woods, we have forests, we have swamps, sort of like swamps. We have caves. So I don't know where they're getting this data. Okay, number 4 is New York. They have 8 caves. Minnesota, 2 caves in Minnesota. Can you imagine? 2? Find that hard to believe. Florida has 12 caves, as mentioned earlier. Wisconsin at number 7 has 0 caves. Number 8 is North Carolina, 0 caves. Number 9, Alaska, 1 cave. How is there 1 cave in Alaska? All of that mountainous region, there's 1 cave? You got to be kidding me. Georgia at number 10 clocks in at 17 caves. Because, if the aliens are coming, you want to run and hide in a cave, right? You want to hide in a cave. Just pretend like you're a Neanderthal. Just hide in a cave and throw stones at the spaceship. That's a good way to get by. One of the things they didn't have in the study is how many guns per 1,000 people. And I think if we redid this, we'd have probably Texas at 1, Florida at 2. Or the amount of guns per 1,000 tweakers. And then Florida would really just jump the line, I think, at that point. Anyways, this story of the aliens has run its course, and I am all out of jokes.
This episode is brought to you by SelectQuote. Life insurance can have a huge impact on our family's future. With SelectQuote, getting covered with the right policy for you is simple and affordable. SelectQuote's licensed insurance agents will tailor your experience to find a life insurance policy for your needs in as little as 15 minutes. And SelectQuote partners with carriers that provide policies for many conditions. SelectQuote. They shop, you save. Go to SelectQuote.com/SpotifyPod today to get started.
Let's rock.
A Florida woman is in trouble for vandalizing a Tesla with bubble gum. The police say they've identified and arrested this Florida suspect who vandalized a Tesla with bubble gum at the mall. What is it, a teenager? No, it's not. Surprisingly, it's Yamaris Marrero, age 45, of Hollandale Beach. The Florida woman is now facing a felony criminal mischief charge because, according to police, the, quote, large wad of gum caused $2,623 in damage to the electric car's door handle mechanism. Wow, not a bright move, vandalizing Teslas, but I understand. I understand. But not smart to use bubble gum. First of all, your DNA is in it, right? And also, a Tesla has a lot of cameras on it. Like, there's 20 cameras on a Tesla, something like that. Recording video often. So, not a smart move, but I understand. Now, the police say that this vandalism occurred in the parking garage of J.C. Penney, and it was captured on the car's built-in cameras. Its owner told the local news that he felt targeted as a result of, quote, unfortunately, a divide in our country where certain views that are not accepted by a subset. This individual, the owner of the car, is referencing some controversy over Tesla founder Elon Musk's association with President Donald Trump. Yeah, that is correct. Obviously, we've about had it with this guy. He's sort of injected himself into a very high position in the country, making decisions for the rest of us. And to be frank, I don't want a billionaire creepo making decisions for the rest of us. That's just, call me crazy. I mean, I didn't vote for this individual. Did you? Do you guys remember ever seeing Elon on some sort of ballot? No, no. All right, back to the details of the story. Apparently, security guards spotted her in the mall's food court, and the officers took her into custody. Wow, the one time that mall security guards step up, and it's because it's a Tesla. If you want people to make some arrests, just involve a Tesla. The criminal mischief charge was initially listed in the police arrest report as coming with a hate crime enhancement. It's got a hate crime enhancement? 'Cause, do you understand what I'm saying here? It's listed as a hate crime. How is this a hate crime? Based on what? Because this rich POS is best friends with the Prez. Now his products if you do damage to them, it's a hate crime. It's some sort of domestic terrorism. I mean, come on, right? Am I living in a dystopian reality right now? I feel like I am. Like, when a car has more rights than me, that's major dystopia. I mean, if I got bubble gummed, like let's say it was a drive-by chewing, someone like just kind of slapped some bubble gum onto my eyes and sealed them shut. I don't think it would be considered a hate crime. No, it would be a regular crime. There would be no hate crime upgrade or enhancement for my benefit. In my defense, apparently I'm not as important as an overpriced, ugly vehicle, unfortunately. Wow, I'm learning this right now in life. Don't feel good about myself. I wonder if I start to identify as a Tesla, then will I get some extra protection in the culture? I'm wondering. I might try that. The article says, in conclusion, the Florida woman is being held in the local correction center on a $2,500 bond, and I guess we'll have to see if they execute her as a result of damaging a Tesla. This seems to be the going rate. A Florida man was arrested after a violent outburst over a lemonade stand refill. A Florida man's thirst for lemonade turned into a criminal charge after he allegedly assaulted a lady when he was denied a free refill of lemonade at a child's lemonade stand. Wow, I mean, I have never had lemonade that good. What was in it? Some meth? You guys know the original Gatorade formula? It was invented in Florida. I believe there was some sort of amphetamine in it. I'm just kidding. It's probably not true. Well, I just never had lemonade this good. Now, an Arnold Palmer? Yeah, I might fight somebody over a free refill for Arnold Palmer, not over just a lemonade. Guy, why don't you cough up the quarter? What's wrong with you? Okay, it says, according to the Clearwater Police, 45-year-old Steven Cusimano, this guy's obviously in the mafia, he was walking through a neighborhood around 7:30 p.m. Tuesday when he spotted a lemonade stand operated by several children. Question: This lemonade stand is operating after hours, wouldn't you say? 7:30 p.m. is a little late for a child's lemonade stand. They've typically run between, 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Haven't seen one opened in the evening. I suppose they're doing an experiment here, trying to target a new crowd of customers, hitting up the people that before they go out partying. 7:30 p.m. Tuesday, he spotted a lemonade stand operated by several children and one adult victim. The Florida man Cusimano purchased a glass of lemonade. But the Florida man became pretty angry when he was refused a free refill. Well, I mean, is there a sign that says free refills included? In my experience, lemonades do not offer a free refill. But, I admit I'm a little naive. I've only probably come across a couple lemonade stands in my life. It's a dangerous business these days because you're dealing with the public who will just stab you for no reason. So imagine running a lemonade stand in Florida. I mean, you need to carry mace with you to do that. And you have to have like a cage around your lemonade stand, and you have to hand them the lemonade through a very tiny slot. You can't trust customers in Florida. Okay, so instead of walking away, police say the Florida man Cusimano aggressively grabbed the female victim by the wrist. I assume this is the adult. It says Cusimano adopted a fighting stance and threatened to, quote, beat her up. After the altercation, he fled the scene on foot, but was quickly tracked down by Florida law enforcement. What was he doing? Playing hide-and-go-seek with his friends down the street? During questioning, the Florida man reportedly admitted to the incident, but claimed his actions were justified because the victim was, quote, talking S-H-I-T to him. Talking shh to him at the lemonade stand. Some mom and their kids. That's believable. Yeah, I mean, they're always talking crap at the lemonade stand. And, those Girl Scouts as well selling those cookies, insulting everybody that walks by. You know how they act. Lemonade. Lemonade. That cool, refreshing drink. Now, surprisingly, the Florida man Cusimano has a lengthy criminal past. His arrest report indicates, including multiple battery convictions, as well as charges for trespassing, drug possession, disorderly intoxication, and assault with a deadly weapon. Yet Florida man is free to roam the neighborhood and approach children at lemonade stands. Isn't that great? Isn't that nice to know? Sleep tight, everyone in Florida. Ooh, sleep tight.
It's tourney time, and with FanDuel's Dog of the Day, you could get a daily profit boost during the College Conference Championships to bet on any underdog. So get ready to celebrate some upsets.
No one saw that coming, except for me, baby.
21 plus in present in select states. Opt-in required. Minimum plus 100 odds required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, my friends. Thanks for joining me for this episode of Florida Friday. Special thanks to those listeners and supporters that sent me Florida Friday stories last couple of days. Very helpful. I think we put together a satisfactory episode, and I was highly caffeinated throughout, so that obviously enhanced everything about it, at least the energy anyways. Hope overall you had a nice week. I'm having a very stressful week for various reasons. But I'm just trying to keep my head up and not lose it a little bit. Got some interpersonal problems with some people that are close to me and some financial problems. So we're just trying to, 2025 is starting off pretty rough, I would say, for a lot of us, man. But listen, I keep my head up, and I say the same to you. Just keep your head up. Things have got to get better, right? They got to get better, The price of eggs has got to come down, right? The stock market's got to turn around, right? Well, anyways, I hope things turn around for us. I try to. I haven't been this embarrassed to be an American though in quite a while. It would seem. So, just don't want to. It's like that. Anyways, maybe things will turn around. I hope so. I'm trying to stay positive. I'm gonna try and have a good weekend. I'm going to. Tomorrow in Orange County, there's something called the Japan Festival, and I've never been, but it looks really cool. It's an all-day event where you can get some amazing Japanese food, which I love. There's like sake tastings, which I love. There's some Japanese events, some music, martial arts, all kinds of like really cool stuff. Drumming. Drumming. I know it doesn't sound that exciting, but let me tell you something. Drumming is going to be exciting, and so that should be fun. I'm looking forward to that. I've been to Japan before, and it's a place that I can't wait to revisit. So this will give me a nice flavor of that tomorrow. Looking forward to that. It's all weekend long, and I'm doing some shows. And getting my car fixed because having car trouble, and that's pretty much my weekend. But I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, or you had one, or you're about to have one. Does all this make sense? If you want to support the show, by the way, please go go to weirdafnews.com where you can join the Patreon or buy me coffee, that sort of thing. And yeah, love you. Take care of yourself. All right, keep your head up. I will too.